What's up, YouTube family? Thank you for joining me here at Jessica and Pilates. Today we're going to be doing a full body 30-minute workout. No equipment needed, just you and your mat. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's get moving. Thank you for joining me for this full body workout. If you like, feel free to grab a chair so you have it nearby for balance at any point. But otherwise, all you need is yourself and your mat. So let's go ahead and get started. So all 10 toes straight ahead, nice and parallel. Let's just squat down and stand back up. Nice deep squat and back up. Focusing on the breath and think about that fold at your hips, almost like you're sitting back into your invisible chair, deepening into that breath. And feel your feet, because of course with Pilates, we're always thinking about our alignment of our joints. So, and it all starts with the base of support, which is our feet. So weight in the heel, ball the big toe, ball the pinky toe. Let's do 2 more. On that second one, let's go ahead and hold it down, and then just little pulses, halfway up and halfway down. So think about the front and the back of the thigh working together here for you, focusing on the breath and engaging into those glutes. Let's do 3 more. 2, 1, stand up, open the arms, and close them back in. Open the arms, and then squat back down. Good, opening through the back of the shoulders. So even though we don't have any resistance here with hand weights or anything, still think about the muscles working. Feel the back muscles, back of the shoulder help to open the arm. Think about your butt helping you to stand all the way up. Good. Deep into that breath. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, hold down, little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then all the way back up, hold up, and arm circles. Lengthen those arms away from you. Feel the energy in the arms. Good, deepening into your breath. Let's do 3 more. 2, and reverse, go the opposite way, just warming up those shoulders. Good, heating up those arms before we do any planking today. 2 more, and then go ahead and squat down, and then we're just gonna step 1 foot back, and then the other foot back. So opening those arms out to a T, going into our single leg footwork. Good, deepening that breath. Work to bring that leg straight back in so you're back in that parallel position. Opening with the back muscles for those arms. Good. Sink down lower if your body allows you to. 1 more time to each side. And then go ahead, bring those legs back in and stand yourself back to upright. So being about in the center of your mat so you have space on both sides of you. We're gonna go into our lateral lunge to the side, come back to center, and then other side. So still sitting back into that chair with your booty, working to get that knee to stay behind the toes. And feel how the core is working to support you through this movement. Deep in that breath. Find your fuller inhale and find that fuller, deeper exhale. And feel like you're pressing off heel, ball the foot. Pressure the heel, ball the foot to help you come back to upright. Kind of like when we do jumping work on the reformer. We still have that same connection, that articulation through our feet. So heel to the ball of the foot to spring yourself back to upright. Good, deepening into that breath. We should be a little bit warmer by now. We're gonna do 1 more time to each side, and then we'll hold over to your left. So once you're over here, press those palms together so you feel your arms activate. Staying stable through the pelvis, lower body. Twist, rotate, upper body, and come to center. Twist, rotate, and then back to center. Exhale, twist and rotate. Inhale, back to center. Press your palms together so you feel your arms working, but also really focus on this left side oblique, helping us to twist. Kind of like we do the twist in Mat Pilates on the floor. 5 more. 4, sink lower. And 3, 2, 1 more, and then step all the way back together and other side. So find that nice lunge, focus on the breath, stabilize with the pelvis, twist and rotate, exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, press the palms together. Feel those arms working. Sink down deeper into that glute if your body allows. Good. And really focus on this right oblique being what's twisting us, but still feel those arms engaged. Good. And 5 more. 4, 3, good. 2, nice rotation. 1 more, coming back to center and step those feet together. So stand facing towards your mat. Nod the chin to chest, round down through your spine, bend the knees, hollow out through the abdomen, and then slowly round your spine back up. Find the length in the body, reach the hands up to the sky. So chin to chest, round down through your spine, hollow out through the abs, bend the knees. Feel this nice stretch in your back, through your thighs. Use your core and the butt a little bit to help you lift and lengthen back up. Let's do that a few more times. Chin the chest, round down, hollow out through the abdomen, round it back up, lengthen the spine, find your extension, and 1 more. Round it down, scoop the abs, bend the knees, articulate back up, find length in the body. And then this time we're gonna make our way all the way to the mat. So chin the chest, round, bend the knees, and we're just gonna come down to your all fours position today. So to your hands and your knees, lift out of the armpits, draw the shoulders away from the ears, and then glue those legs together. Let's reach your left leg back, and then your right leg back. So right, and then left. Right, and left. Find the length and the energy in the thigh, focus on the breath. And remember, in this all fours position, we're essentially planking. So lift out the armpits. Feel your bicep, tricep, which is the front and the back of the arm muscles. Also think about keeping the rib cage lifted up to the height of the pelvis. And our pelvis is staying stable as we do this move. Breathe, smile, enjoy this present moment. Good, let's do 1 more time to each side. Finding length in those legs. And then let's hold that left leg back. Find length in that leg, lift out the armpits. Let's go into some push-ups. Bend both elbows and press back up. Bend and press it back up. Good. Pressing through the armpits, focusing on the breath and shoulders out of those ears. Feel your thigh, feel that glute and that hamstring help to lift and lengthen that leg up as it goes up. Good. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and then hold it up, keep that back leg lifted, bend the back leg and lengthen it back to straight. Bend it in, lengthen it out. Remember, lift up through the core. It's really easy to start to sink into that. Good. Find the energy in the thigh as it reaches away, and feel like your hamstring and your butt are bending that knee in. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and then hold that leg bent, flex the foot, pull your toe towards your knee, and then pulse that heel up to the sky. Lift out those armpits, and breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and then bring that leg all the way back down. Before we do the other side, let's give those wrists a little break. So coming upright onto your knees, and we're just gonna lean the body back for our thigh stretch, and come back to upright. So thigh stretch, lean back, and back to upright. So thinking about being a solid plank of wood from your knee through the crown of the head. And as you lean back and forward, you should feel your quads and your abs working for you, but also feel that butt helping to bring you back to upright. Good. 5 more. Good. Deepen that breath, shoulders out of the ears. And 2 more. And 1. And then go ahead and come back to upright. Let's make our way back down to that all fours position. Hands and knees, shoulders out of the ears. Lift that rib cage up to the height of the pelvis. And then 1 leg at a time, reach those legs back, just like we started before. So alternating left to right. Good. Deepen that breath. Lifting out armpits. Remember, check in that that rib cage doesn't start to drop to the floor. As we get fatigued, we start to let things go. And let's just do 1 more time to each side, and then let's hold that back right leg out. Lift out the armpits. Let's bend both elbows, dip your nose down, leg lifts, and press it back up. Slowly lower, and lift it back up. Think about pressing through the back of the armpits, shoulders out of those ears. And feel the core activate. And of course, you should feel this leg on the floor, that left leg working for you. Good. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and then hold it up, keep that back leg lifted, bend and lengthen it back out. Bend it in and lengthen back out. We're gonna keep that knee lifted to the height of your hip if you can. Good, lengthen that leg back. Feel your butt cheek and your hamstring helping to bend that knee in. Good, lift out the armpits. Lift that rib cage up. Smile, breathe. Remember, you're enjoying this moment. 3 more. Good. 2. And 1 more. Then hold that leg bent. Flex the foot, pull the toe toward the knee, and then press that heel up. Press it up. Good, deepening into that breath. Got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Bring that leg back in, and then carefully come upright on those knees. Once again, we're gonna go back into that thigh stretch. Lean your body back, and come back to upright. Lean it back, and back to upright. Good. Moving from the knee to lean your body back. Find the length in your spine and in your neck. Remember, think about the butt helping to bring you back to upright. Let's do 5 more. Good. 4, 3, good. 2, and 1 more. Whew. And then go ahead and come back in. So let's go ahead and sit down onto your butt. Lengthen those legs out in front of you. Well, we're gonna keep them bent, so not completely lengthened. So knees bent, feet flat on the mat. Hey, Ziggs. Hands behind you with those fingertips pointing in toward your butt. We're gonna lift out the armpits, find that length in your upper body, and then lift those hips up, and then lower the hips back down. So lift up, and then drop it back down. Just do a hover, and then lift back up to your tabletop. Think about lifting out the back armpit, open up to the front of your chest. We're gonna do 5 more. 4, good, before we hold it, 3, 2, use the abs and the butt. Hold your hips up, and now bend both elbows, dip yourself down, press it back up, bend, and back up. Feel that core activate. Engage your butt as well to help support those arms. Good, deepening into that breath for 5. Good, 4, 3, 2, and then hold yourself up, hold here, or option to take those legs up straight, but keep those hips lifted. Lift out the armpits and breathe and hold into our reverse plank for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and then carefully lower that butt back down. Bring those hands forward, keeping those legs long. If you need to though, bend the knees. That's gonna be nicer on the hamstring and the back. Otherwise, arms out in front of you, and then peeling away from the wall for our spine stretch. So head, upper back, mid back, lower back. And as you're here, make sure you're not collapsing down into your thighs. So feel like your abs are lifting up away from a beach ball. Articulate back up. Good. Spine stretch forward, peel away from the wall. And then slowly peel back up against that wall. Good. So on the way back up, moving from the pelvis, lower back, mid back, upper back, to bring your body back to upright. And take your time. Remember, feel like your core is helping to do the movement. This can really feel like nothing besides just a little bit of a stretch. But if you're doing it properly, with our Pilates principles in mind, you're gonna feel your core working to help control the movement of the spine. Let's do 2 more. Good. And 1 more time. Coming back to upright, find the length in your body, working to keep both butt cheeks on that mat. Open the arms to a T. Lean over to your right, press up through center, and then over to your left, and press up through the middle, focusing on that breath, feeling that side body stretching. So stretching through our sides. And also think about keeping that opposite hip reaching down so it's not lifting. Let's just do 1 more time to each side. Good. And then we're gonna come back to upright, keep those arms open to a T, twist and rotate through the torso, but lower body stays stable. So my legs did not shift, they're staying stable. I'm gonna saw off my pinky toe for 2, looking at my back pinky finger, articulate back up, twist through center, and other side, pulse, pulse, Articulate back up, twist, rotate. Use your core. Once again, your core is helping you to move your spine, deepen the connection through our breath. And again, think about your lower body being cemented in concrete. So the lower body is not moving, it's just the upper body. Twisting, rotating, wringing ourselves out. And then just this last one, once you're even, come back through center. If you need to, bend the knees for this one so you can walk your hands down your thighs. Otherwise, you can keep the legs straight. We're gonna start by spine stretching forward, reach forward, articulate back to upright, and then slowly bone by bone, peel yourself down onto the mat. If you can, reach hands overhead, hands back to the sky. Now the chin to chest, find your crunch, find that crease at your chest line. Press your hips and your feet down to roll all the way back to tall. And then spine stretch forward, articulate back to upright. Roll your body down bone by bone. Find control. On the way back up, find that crunch, and then as slow as you can, peel yourself off that mat. Remember, you can always do this with your knees bent. You could spine stretch forward here. Walk your hands down your thighs. You can still take the hands overhead. And on the way back up, just grab your thighs to help you come back up. That way we're not using momentum. We're working to find as much control. So go slower on the way down to find more control through your core. Let's just do that 2 more times. Hands up, find that crunch, find that crease at your chest line. Rolling up, spine stretch forward, lengthen back up to upright, and then roll your spine back down. Hands overhead, let's do that 1 more time. Hands up, crease at that chest line, find that nice crunch, slow, go slower, slower, yep, and then come up, and then spine stretch forward. Articulate back to upright, and then just bend the knees, scoot your butt forward, grab the back of your thighs, or you can also grab your shins. Find your nice little ball, roll yourself back. You can stay here in your balance, or roll back to your shoulder blades, and then back to your butt. Roll to your shoulder blades, and then to your butt. Remember, on the way up, think about the back of your thighs, helping to bring you back to upright. So I'm kind of pressing my shins into my hands, just a little bit on the way up, so I can activate more through the back of my thigh. But of course, I'm also controlling with my core, with my powerhouse. Let's do 3 more. Massaging our spines with this rolling back. Good. 2 more. Look toward your thighs. Protect that neck. And 1 more. And then slowly come back up. We made it there. So go ahead and come onto those hands and your knees. Lift out the armpit, shoulders out the ears. Reach your right hand, left leg. Bring it back in. And then left hand, right leg. And back in. So again, find that stability in your torso, making sure nothing's moving, but do find that length and energy in the limbs as you reach it out. Focusing on the breath, on this present moment, on our bodies. So important to take this time just for ourselves, to move, to rejuvenate. It's like we're charging ourselves, like we charge our phones. And 1 more time to each side. Good. And then bring everything back in. So feel free to stay in this all fours position or find yourself in your plank. Lift out the armpits, shoulders out the ears. Good. Bring 1 knee in, reach it back out, other knee in, and back out. So if you're down on your hands and your knees, you can still do the same thing. You're here, and then just tap it in each side. But still work to find that stability as you move. So no matter what, you can still do this, right? Or just hold the position. And 1 more time to each side. Lengthen back out. Pike it up. Plank it back out. And then drop down to those knees. Let's go ahead. We're going to come onto your side. So I'm going to come on my right side, lifting out of my right armpit. Shoulder out of the ear. Lengthen the torso. Press those ankle bones together. Lift that top knee up and back down. Good. So it's like we're holding into a side plank. So think about this bottom rib cage lifting up, away from the floor. Now we're not sinking down. It's really easy to like be here chilling, right? So no, we're not just chilling, we're active. Good. And rotate, use that glute, but feel how your core is working to stabilize your pelvis. So you should feel that nice and active. Good. Deepen the breath. Remember, focus on this armpit because it is essentially a side plank. We're side planking a more modified variation as we work our legs. Double bonus. Got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Bring that leg down, lift that whole leg up to about the height of your hip. So keeping this knee bent, I'm gonna sweep my leg back, and then I'm gonna sweep it forward. So moving from my hip socket, but stabilizing at my knee. And this, again, is even more tempting to start to sink into those ribs. So lift out of them. Good. Let me see those smiles on your faces because I know you're loving this move. And we're gonna do 5 more. 4, 3, use the core to help you stabilize. Hold that leg back, lengthen the leg out to straight. Woo, find that energy, lift out the armpit. Lower that back leg down and lift it up. Lower and lift, lower down and back up. Working that side body, so important, right? We have 4 sides, we gotta work them all. That's why we're doing this full body workout in 30 minutes. Gotta lift and lower, find that length, energy in the leg. Let's do 5 more. You guys got this. 4, 3, 2, get ready for the fun part. Let's hold that leg up, hold it up, lift out the armpit. Little pulses with that leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring that leg back down. So we're just gonna come down onto your side, keeping those legs nice and long. Press that hand on the mat in front of you, and let's lift both legs up to work that side body and back down, working our obliques. If you need to, roll a little bit onto your butt cheek, and that will help if you feel pinging in your hip, or maybe from that IT band, which is on the side of your thigh. And you can always lay completely flat as well, if that feels better for you. Mermaid tails. Good. Working those obliques. Think about that side body. We got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, hold the legs up, and let's scissor those legs. 1 leg forward, 1 leg back for 5. Good. 4, keep the pelvis stable. 3, use your hand in front of you for support. 1 more, and then lower back down. Bend those knees in. Let's mosey on over to the other side. Good. So coming down onto that left forearm, lift out the armpit. So easy to sink into it, right? Nope. Shoulder out of the ear. And then pressing those ankles together and lift that top leg up and back down. This is really great for our hips. Our hips should be able to do this range of motion. And if it's super painful for you, it could be, something where maybe you need to do some myofascial release or stretching. Not that it's, it usually is, you should be feeling it. So be mindful, think about that outer glute lifting, lift out this bottom armpit, bottom rib, right? Because with Pilates, we want to be present, connected into our body, connecting into the movement. So deepen your breath. Enjoy these lovely leg movements with our modified side plank here. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Bring that leg down, lift the whole leg up. So keeping that knee bent, we're gonna move from the hip. Reach the leg back and bring it forward. So as that leg goes back, it's really easy to kind of want to bring the whole body forward, but our goal is actually to not let the body move, the upper body, as that leg is moving. So we're using our core to help us stabilize. And think about your butt cheek kicking that leg back, especially at that last little end range of motion for you. Good. Lift out the armpit, bring that rib cage up. It's like a constant reminder. It's so easy to start to sink into it. We got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and then hold that leg back. Hold it back, lengthen the leg out to straight, nice and long. Lower that leg down, lift it back up. Lower and lift. Remember, lift out the armpit, shoulder away from the ear, which might make your range of motion a little smaller with that leg. That's okay. Go where you can. And breathe. Good. And we got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, woo. And let's hold it up, and little pulses up, little happy pulses. Good for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then bring that leg back down. Whew. Let's lay all the way down to our side. Remember, you can always lay flat if you like, just no napping. So pressing this top hand on the mat in front of you. Let's lift those legs up and back down. And it's okay if your legs don't lift super high. Just go where you can. Maybe even roll a little bit to your butt cheek. If you're noticing pain at your hip on the side of it, sometimes that could be just your greater trochanter, that bone, or maybe your IT band's tight. or something else. And think about that bottom inner thigh, lifting that top leg. But again, we are working that side glute and your oblique. So these are our oblique crunches. Moving from the lower body. 5 more. 4. Get ready for the fun part. 3, 2. Let's hold it up and let's scissor those legs. Happy scissors for 5. Torso stay stable. Good. 3, 2, 1 more. And bring those legs back down. That felt amazing. Let's just roll onto your backs. And so once we're here on your back, let's start with an articulating bridge. So arms are nice and long, feet flat on the mat, tuck the pelvis, peel it up, and then soften at your sternum and take your time as you articulate back down. So mobilizing through the spine, deepening into the breath. And as you're peeling up and down, think about your thigh bones being pulled across the room. Find that length and energy in the thighs. Good. Deepen into that breath. Good. And at the top, feel how your butt is working to help hold those hips lifted. Let's just do 2 more of these articulating bridges. Good. And on this next one, let's go ahead and hold at the top. So as you peel up and hold, like your hips are a saucer filled with water, we're going to dip your pelvis to the right, center, and then left. So just tilting your pelvis side to side. And as you do this, think about keeping the rest of the body stable. So it's mostly just the pelvis moving. Legs are stable, upper body is stable. And use your butt cheek to help lift that hip back up. So feel your booty helping it lift that hip back through the middle. Good. And again, we're working through those obliques a little bit here as well. Good. Deepening in the breath. Good. 5 more. 4, 3, 2. 1 more time to each side. Lift it up to the middle, flat back bridge, lower your butt down, straight back up, flat back lower, and lift. So this time just hinging at the hips, squeeze your butt to lift, release it down. Squeeze it up, release it down. Good. Think about your heels, your feet, wanting to pull into your butt to help activate through the back of the thighs a little bit deeper. Connecting back into your breath, finding that deeper, fuller inhale, deeper, fuller exhale. 2 more. And then on that next one, let's go ahead and hold our lift. And as we hold our lift, 1 leg up to tabletop at a time, marching it out. Good, keeping those hips lifted, weight on the shoulders, length of the neck. Keeping those hips evenly lifted as we're marching. Good, and it doesn't have to be a big march. You could barely be taking that foot off the floor, that's okay. Wherever you need to be. And we got 5 more. 4, 3, so exciting, we're almost there. 2, and 1 more time each side. And then slowly flat back, lower your butt back down. So once you're there, go ahead and stretch your left leg up to the sky, point and flex that foot. Take your opposite leg, lengthen it out. Maybe grab up higher on that thigh if you can, shoulders away from those ears. And then pulse that leg in for 2, and then switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. Exhale, exhale, inhale, switch. Good. Deepening into that breath. And we're stretching your legs. It's a stretch, people. It's a stretch. And it's ab work. Multi-purpose. But find the length and energy in the thighs as they move. Good. For 5 more. 4, 3, good. 2. 1 more time to each side. And then bring both legs in. Deepen that crunch. Remember, head can come down if you need to. So lift a little higher. Find your tight shell here. Lower back is pressed onto the mat. Reach everything away. Circle the arms as you bend the knees back in. So reach everything away. Big, deep exhale. Bring everything back in. Deepen your crunch. Let's do this for 5 more. Good. And 4. Remember, torso stays stable. 3, 2, and just 1 more. Whew. And then go ahead and roll yourself up, rock it right up, flip yourself over, and let's come down onto your bellies. So once you're on your belly, We're just gonna end with a little extension. We're gonna lift everything up and back down. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and lower. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and lower. Let's do 5 more. Using the back muscles, use the back of the thighs. Good. 3, 2, and then hold it up. Let's swim. Alternate right to left. Good for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then lower everything back down. So press up onto your hands and your knees, coming to your plank, or walk it out to that plank position. So all fours or plank. Go ahead and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then pike it up. And bend one knee at a time, right and left. Hold both heels flat. Walk your hands and your feet closer together. Feel that nice hang. Hug up through the core. And then slowly, bone by bone, take your time as you roll back to upright. Rolling those shoulders back. Feels amazing. Big circles. Inhale. And feeling gratitude for your bodies. Taking time for yourself. So important. And thank you for joining me in that as well. 2 more. And 1. Good. And again, thank you for joining me for this 30-minute Mat Pilates workout. I hope you guys are feeling absolutely amazing. Thanks for joining me for today's workout. I hope you're feeling as invigorated as I am right now. Toss in some comments. Let me know how you're feeling after today's workout. And also, friends don't let friends do Pilates alone. So share this page with a friend and hit that subscribe button and that bell to be notified every time I post a new video. I look forward to working out with you soon.